Okay, Be'ezra Hashem, let's try to finish up now. Oz Yashir, we are holding Nashafta Baruchacha Kisoma Yom Solulu Kayaferes B'mayim Adirim. Again, once again, we are trying to show the godless and recognize the incredible greatness of Hashem as He performs amazing miracles on the Yam for Klal Yisrael, and of course showing us that the Egyptians died in that place as well. So we say that the Rabbeinu Shalom blew with His wind, and the sea encapsulated them, and this is an important one. Solu kafers b'mayim adim. Adim is lashon of adir, of the mighty ones. That means the mighty ones, referring over here to the Egyptians, that however mighty they may have been, at the end of the day, they sank like lead into the waters. The Rebbeinu Shalom was able to take what was known as the greatest powers in the world and sink them to nothing. Mi kamoicha. Hashem, who is like you, Rebbeinu Shalom, amongst all the incredible heavenly powers, Kadosh Baruch Hu, who's like you in holiness, which is an amazing thing. In fact, as Rav Schwabing down, this is one of the two psukim that the Mesadrei HaTfilah, those people that organized Tfilah, quote in the Bracha of Ga'al Yisrael, when we, by Shachos and by Mariv, as almost a summary of the entire Shira. So if we're looking for the pasuk that summarizes the Shira, this is it, right? There's another one, Hashem Yimlach Le'olam V'ad, which is at the end, of course. But Mi Chamoicha Be'elam Hashem Mi Kamoicha Neder B'Kodesh is basically that we are admitting, Rebbeinu Shalom, there is no one like you in the world that can be able to do all the gewaldige things that you did in this world, especially by the Yam. Right, which is an amazing thing. It's an amazing thing to praise the Rebbeinu Shalom when He does Nisim. But we should always remember what the Gemara tells us. The Gemara tells us in Brachas that although it's easy and it's natural for a human being to thank Hashem when things are going good, and it's a natural thing to do, but the Gemara tells us Kishem, just like we thank the Rebbeinu Shalom on the Toiv, we also have to thank the Rebbeinu Shalom on the Ra. Right, even though there's a shaila what Ra means, called the Ovid Rahman Latav Ovid, everything Hashem does is for the good, is ultimately good. We don't recognize it as that, we don't perceive it as that, we don't see it as that. It looks to us in our physical being, in our capabilities of our brains, that it is bad, but of course it's not bad. But the point is we have to thank HaKadosh Baruch Hu because ultimately everything's good. So here we're saying, no Veselos Oisei Fela, when the Rebbeinu Shalom does Fela, Plias, unbelievable Nisim V'Nefloyas, it's easy to thank Him, it's incredible to thank Him in that way. Right, in your incredible chesed, you guide all of us to the nation that you redeemed and you lead with your power. Right, that the nations all heard and they became sort of like very upset, almost like trembling in fear. Right, when they saw what was going on over there, when they saw all the Yisiyas Mitzrayim, the nations of the world were fearing for their lives. They didn't know what to expect next. They didn't know what was going to happen in that case, and they almost feared being overrun by Klal Yisrael because they never saw such things in their life and never saw such protection, and that therefore, all the nations of the world at that time almost admitted that they understood what was going on. Oz Nivhadu Alufei Edom. The princes of Edom became disturbed. The powerful people of Moab and these were powerful people. They were trembling. Again, that's what the Shira is telling us. The people who were the most powerful people in the world at that moment, when they saw Kriyas Yamsov and they witnessed everything that was going on, started to get like, oh my gosh, what's going to happen? They were frightened of what's happening over here. Now, all the people in Canaan were like this, melting in fear. Tipple means to fall on them. A masav afachad, different types of fear. Amar and pachad, bigdozer acha yidmu ka'oven. Ad yava amzu abcha Hashem ad yava amzu kanisa. Right, until they crossed. In that case, the nation basically will cross to the Amar v'sit Amar baham nachrosacha. Mechoyne shivtecha ba'alta Hashem miktos Hashem koyne yodecha. That means that Rebbeinu Shalom, you've created a very holy place, and therefore the Rebbeinu Shalom's hands have created this opportunity for Klal Yisrael to be saved in that place. And of course the Shiva ends with Hashem Yimloch La'olam V'ed, which we repeat as well. Hashem Yimloch La'olam V'ed Ki Hashem Amlucha Moshe B'Goyim. We realize and we recognize and we say clearly, Rebbeinu Shalom, your hand, your strength is, and your sovereignty is what rules over all of the nations. These are additional psukim that we say of all the Gavaldic ways the Rebbeinu Shem has always saved Klal Yisrael. V'Hashem the Melech al kol haaretz b'yomahu yeh Hashem echad u'shmo echad. That means we were waiting for the day that the entire world comes to the recognition and realizing that it's the Rebbeinu Shalom that will rule the entire world, that does rule the entire world, that we recognize, but even they are going to recognize when that day comes in, it's Hashem Echad, Shema Echad. Everyone will recognize it for Torah because of Lema, Shema Yisrael, Hashem Elokeinu, Hashem Echad, which is a Gevaldige Yisod that we end off the Shira with the exact Yichud, Kabbalas O Malchus Shemayim, Shema Yisrael, Hashem Elokeinu, Hashem Echad. And that ends the Oz Yashir, that ends the Shira, the last segment that we need to do this month. Be'ezus Hashem, and the Rebbeinu Shem gave us the chesed of the time to do that. It's going to be Yishtabach. Be'ezus Hashem, join us tomorrow for the understanding and meaning of Yishtabach. Have a wonderful day.